Have you ever felt like no one truly understands you, even when you're surrounded by people? For many men in 20 to 24, loneliness isn't just a fleeting emotion. It's becoming an epidemic. Studies show that men are less likely to form deep emotional connections than women, often due to societal expectations around masculinity. The pressure to be strong or not show weakness can leave men feeling isolated, even in relationships. But why is this happening and what can be done about it? In this video, we'll explore the roots of male loneliness, uncover its impact on mental health, and provide actionable steps to build meaningful connections. By the end, you'll have tools to break free from isolation and create a life filled with authentic relationships. First, let's understand why male loneliness is on the rise. Modern society has created a paradox for men. On one hand, we live in an era of hyperconnectivity. Social media, dating apps, and instant messaging make it easier than ever to connect. Yet, studies show that these surface-level interactions often leave men feeling emptier. A 20 to 23 survey by the American Psychological Association found that 1 in 3 men report feeling lonely, despite being more connected online than ever before. Societal norms around masculinity play a big role here. From a young age, boys are often taught to suppress emotions and avoid vulnerability. This tough guy mentality might help in competitive environments, but it's disastrous for forming deep relationships. Imagine trying to build a house without a foundation. The structure collapses under pressure. Similarly, without emotional openness, relationships lack depth and authenticity. Second, let's examine the psychological impact of loneliness. Loneliness isn't just an emotional issue, it's a health crisis. Research published in The Lancet shows that chronic loneliness increases the risk of depression, anxiety, and even physical illnesses like heart disease. For men, the stakes are even higher. Men are less likely to seek help for mental health issues due to stigma, which exacerbates the problem. Think of loneliness as a slow leak in a tire. It might not seem urgent at first, but over time, it becomes impossible to ignore. Additionally, loneliness creates a vicious cycle. The more isolated a man feels, the harder it becomes to reach out, leading to further withdrawal. Breaking this cycle requires understanding its roots and taking deliberate action. Third, societal expectations are a major barrier to connection. Traditional ideas of masculinity often discourage men from expressing vulnerability or seeking support. Phrases like "man up" or "boys don't cry" reinforce the idea that showing emotion is a sign of weakness. A study from Harvard University found that men who conform to rigid gender norms are more likely to experience loneliness and relationship dissatisfaction. These outdated beliefs act like walls, keeping men trapped in their own minds. Imagine trying to have a conversation through a thick glass pane. You can see the other person, but you can't truly connect. To overcome this, men need to challenge these norms and redefine what it means to be strong. Fourth, technology plays a double-edged role in male loneliness. On one hand, technology provides opportunities to meet new people and stay in touch with loved ones. On the other hand, excessive screen time can deepen feelings of isolation. A 20 to 22 study from Stanford University revealed that heavy social media use correlates with increased loneliness, especially among men. Scrolling through curated highlight reels of others' lives can make you feel like you're falling behind. It's like standing in front of a funhouse mirror. Everything looks distorted, and you lose sight of reality. Instead of fostering genuine connections, technology often replaces them with shallow substitutes. Learning to balance online and offline interactions is key to combating loneliness. Fifth, building meaningful connections requires effort and intentionality. Loneliness doesn't disappear on its own. It takes active steps to cultivate relationships. Men often struggle with this because they are conditioned to prioritize work, achievements, or self-reliance over relationships. However, research shows that investing in friendships and emotional intimacy pays off in the long run. A longitudinal study from Brigham Young University found that strong social connections increase lifespan by up to 50%. Building relationships is like tending to a garden. It requires consistent care and attention. Without nurturing, even the strongest bonds can wither. Here's how you can take actionable steps to combat male loneliness. Challenge societal norms. Start by questioning the beliefs you've internalized about masculinity. Being vulnerable isn't a weakness, it's a strength. Practice opening up to trusted friends or family members, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Limit screen time. Set boundaries for social media and gaming. Use apps like Screen Time to monitor usage and replace virtual interactions with real-life activities. Join communities. Find groups or clubs that align with your interests, whether it's sports, hobbies, or volunteering. Shared activities naturally foster connections. Practice active listening. When talking to others, focus on truly understanding their perspective instead of waiting for your turn to speak. This builds trust and deepens relationships. Seek professional help. If loneliness feels overwhelming, consider therapy or counseling. A mental health professional can provide guidance and support. Schedule regular check-ins. Make it a habit to reach out to friends or family regularly, even if it's just a quick text or call. Consistency strengthens bonds. Be patient with yourself. Building meaningful connections takes time. Celebrate small wins, like having a heartfelt conversation or attending a social event. By implementing these strategies, you'll gradually break free from isolation and create a network of supportive, authentic relationships. To sum up, male loneliness in 20 to 24 is a complex issue rooted in societal norms, technology, and personal habits. By understanding its causes and taking intentional steps to build connections, you can overcome isolation and lead a more fulfilling life. Remember, vulnerability is a superpower, not a weakness. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more insights on mental health and personal growth. You're not alone. Reach out, connect, and start building the relationships you deserve today.